Designing a house is a very exciting journey for anyone. You get to create a space that is truly your own. In the past, architects used paper and pencils for this. This was a slow process and changes were difficult. Today, we have powerful computer tools. These tools make designing much easier and faster. One of the best tools for house design is SketchUp. SketchUp helps you see your ideas in 3 dimensions, or 3D. This is very important for understanding the final look and feel of a home before it is even built. It helps avoid costly mistakes. 3-dimensional modeling has changed architecture in big ways. It allows designers to explore different ideas quickly. You can change wall colors, window styles, or even the entire shape of the house with a few clicks. This freedom is great for creativity. Clients also benefit greatly from 3D models. They can see a realistic picture of their future home. This helps them make better decisions and feel more confident in the design. It is much clearer than looking at flat 2-dimensional drawings. This clear communication prevents misunderstandings between the designer and the client, leading to a smoother project overall. SketchUp is especially good for residential house design. It is known for being easy to learn and use. Many architects and designers love SketchUp for this reason. You do not need to be a computer expert to start creating. Its tools are intuitive, meaning they make sense right away. You can draw lines and shapes and then pull them into 3-dimensional forms. This is like building with digital blocks. SketchUp offers a simple way to design complex structures. It makes the process fun and engaging, encouraging more people to try their hand at design. Using SketchUp can save you time and money because you can see problems in the 3D model. You can fix them early. Fixing a mistake on a computer is cheap. Fixing a mistake during actual construction is very expensive. SketchUp also helps in planning materials. You can estimate how much material you will need. This helps in creating a more accurate budget for your house project. So, learning SketchUp is a valuable skill for anyone interested in house design, whether you are a professional architect or designing your own dream home. It empowers you to bring your vision to life efficiently. Many architectural projects begin with 2-dimensional plans. These plans are often created in software like AutoCAD. AutoCAD is very good for precise 2-dimensional drafting. It helps create detailed floor plans, elevations, and sections. These 2-dimensional drawings contain all the basic measurements and layout information. This information is the starting point for our 3-dimensional model. SketchUp can work very well with AutoCAD files. You can import these 2-dimensional plans directly into SketchUp. This saves you a lot of time. You do not need to redraw everything from scratch. This compatibility is a key benefit for a smooth workflow. To bring your AutoCAD plan into SketchUp, you first need a clean DWG file. A DWG file is the standard file type for AutoCAD drawings. Make sure your AutoCAD plan is well organized. Remove any unnecessary layers or information. Keep only the essential lines, like walls, doors, and windows. This will make your SketchUp model lighter and easier to manage. In SketchUp, you go to File, then Import. Select your DWG file. SketchUp will then place the 2-dimensional plan onto its ground plane. You can then use this imported plan as a guide for building your 3-dimensional model. Once the AutoCAD plan is imported, it acts as a template. You will see the lines of your floor plan laid out in SketchUp. Now, you can start tracing over these lines using SketchUp's tools. The Line tool and Rectangle tool are very useful here. You will trace the walls first. This will create flat surfaces on top of your imported plan. It is important to be accurate during this tracing process. Double-check your measurements. SketchUp's snapping features will help you connect lines precisely. This step creates the basic footprint of your house in a 2-dimensional form within the 3-dimensional SketchUp environment. After tracing all the necessary outlines from your AutoCAD plan, you have a 2-dimensional base in SketchUp. This 2-dimensional base is perfectly scaled according to your original drawing. Before you start pulling these shapes into 3 dimensions, it is good practice to group elements. For example, you can group the imported AutoCAD line work. This keeps it separate and prevents accidental changes. You can also create layers in SketchUp, assign different parts of your drawing to different layers. This organization will be very helpful as your model becomes more complex. Proper setup at this stage makes the entire modeling process smoother. With your 2-dimensional floor plan traced in SketchUp, it is time to build upwards. This is where the magic of 3-dimensional modeling begins. The main tool you will use for this is the Push-Pull tool. This tool is a hallmark of SketchUp's simplicity. Select a flat surface like the area representing a wall section. Then use the Push-Pull tool to pull it upwards. You can enter the exact height for your walls. For example, you might type 3 meters or 10 feet. This instantly creates a 3-dimensional wall. Repeat this process for all the walls in your floor plan. As you raise your walls, you are creating the basic volume of your house. It is important to think about wall thickness too. If your 2-dimensional plan only shows a single line for walls, you will need to create thickness. You can use the Offset tool on your floor plan before pulling the walls up. This creates 2 parallel lines representing the inner and outer faces of the wall. Then you can pull up the area between these lines. Alternatively, you can pull up a single surface wall first, then use push-pull again on one face of the wall to give it the desired thickness. This ensures your model accurately represents real building construction. Next, you will create the floor slab. The floor provides the base for your rooms. Similar to walls, you can create floors using basic shapes and the Push-Pull tool. If your ground floor plan is already a closed loop of walls, you might already have a surface created for the floor. If not, use the Rectangle tool or Line tool to draw the outline of the floor. Once you have this 2-dimensional surface, use the Push-Pull tool to give it thickness. This thickness represents the concrete slab or wooden floor structure. Ensure the floor aligns correctly with the base of your walls. For multi-story houses, the process for upper floors is similar. You will first need to complete the walls of the lower floor. Then you can create the ceiling of the lower floor, which also acts as the floor for the level above. You can draw a large rectangle over the top of the ground floor walls. Then use Push-Pull to give this slab its thickness. After creating the upper floor slab, you can import or draw the 2-dimensional plan for the next level on top of this new surface. Then repeat the wall building process. Remember to create openings for stairs between floors. Once your walls and floors are in place, the next major step is adding a roof. The roof defines the overall shape and style of your house. SketchUp offers several ways to create roofs. For simple flat roofs, you can draw a rectangle on top of the walls. Then, use the Push-Pull tool to give it thickness. For sloped roofs, like gable or hip roofs, the process is a bit more involved but still straightforward. You can start by drawing the outline of the roof on top of the walls. Then use the Line tool to draw a ridge line. Use the Move tool to pull the ridge line upwards, creating the slope. SketchUp's Follow Me tool is also very useful for creating complex roof shapes. You can draw the profile of the roof, a cross-section view of its shape, then draw a path along the edges of your walls where the roof should sit. Select the path, then activate the Follow Me tool and click on the roof profile. SketchUp will extrude the profile along the path, creating the roof. Experiment with different methods to find what works best for your design. Always ensure your roof overhangs the walls appropriately to protect them from rain. This detail adds realism to your model. With the main structure and roof complete, it is time to add openings for doors and windows. These elements bring light into your house and connect the interior with the exterior. You can use the Rectangle tool to draw the shapes of doors and windows directly onto your wall surfaces. First, use the Tape Measure tool to create guidelines. These guidelines help you place the openings accurately. For example, you can set the height of the windowsill and the top of the door. Once you've drawn the rectangle for an opening, use the Push-Pull tool. Push the surface inwards until it meets the opposite face of the wall. This will create a clean opening. SketchUp's 3D Warehouse is a fantastic resource for doors and windows. It is a huge online library of pre-made 3-dimensional models. You can search for various styles of doors, windows, and even furniture. Download the models directly into your SketchUp project. This saves a lot of time compared to modeling these complex items from scratch. When placing these components, use the Move and Rotate tools to position them correctly within the openings you created. Using components also keeps your model organized. If you change one component, all copies of it can update automatically. This is very efficient for design revisions. Section 5. Bringing interiors to life. SketchUp for interior design magic. Once the exterior structure of your house is complete, you can focus on the interior design. SketchUp is a powerful tool for planning and visualizing interior spaces. You can experiment with different layouts, furniture arrangements, colors and materials. Start by defining the rooms within your house. If you haven't already, draw interior walls using the same techniques as exterior walls. Think about the flow between rooms and how each space will be used. This stage is where the house truly starts to feel like a home. Consider natural light and views from windows as you plan. SketchUp's Paint Bucket tool allows you to apply colors and textures to surfaces. The software comes with a library of default materials, including wood, tile, carpet, and paint colors. You can also import your own textures, such as a specific wallpaper pattern or a unique flooring material. Select the Paint Bucket tool. Choose a material and click on the surfaces you want to paint. This is a quick way to see how different finishes will look in your rooms. Experiment with various combinations to find the perfect style for each space. Visualizing these choices in three-dimensional space is much more effective than imagining them. Furnishing your SketchUp model is easy and fun thanks to the 3D warehouse. As mentioned earlier, this online library contains millions of models. You can find sofas, beds, tables, lamps, kitchen appliances, and decorative items. Search for what you need and download it directly into your model. Place the furniture within your rooms. Use the move, rotate, and scale tools to arrange items perfectly. This process helps you understand the scale of the rooms and how furniture will fit. It can prevent you from buying furniture that is too large or too small for the actual space. Beyond furniture, consider lighting. While SketchUp itself has basic shadow casting, you can use rendering plugins to create highly realistic lighting effects. These plugins simulate how natural and artificial light will interact with your space. You can add light fixtures from the 3D warehouse. Think about the mood you want to create in each room. Warm lighting for living areas and brighter functional lighting for kitchens and bathrooms. Even without advanced plugins, you can adjust SketchUp's shadow settings to see how sunlight moves through your house at different times of day and year. This is crucial for designing comfortable and energy-efficient interiors. Section 6. Drawing like a pro: best practices for clean architectural SketchUp models. Creating clean and organized SketchUp models is very important. This is especially true for complex architectural projects. Good modeling habits will save you time. They also make your model easier to edit and share with others. One of the most important practices is using groups and components. When you create an object like a wall or a window, make it a group or a component. To make a group, select all parts of the object, right-click and choose Make Group. This keeps the object's geometry separate from other parts of your model. It prevents lines and faces from sticking together unexpectedly. Components are even more powerful than groups, especially for repeated items. When you create an object that will be used multiple times, like a window or a chair, make it a component. Select the object, right-click and choose Make Component. Give it a descriptive name. Now, if you copy this component, all copies are linked. If you edit one instance of the component, all other instances will update automatically. This is incredibly useful. Imagine changing the style of all your windows at once. Components make this very easy and efficient. Use them for doors, windows, furniture, and any repeating architectural elements. Another key practice is using layers effectively. Layers in SketchUp help you control the visibility of different parts of your model. Think of layers like transparent sheets stacked on top of each other. You can put walls on one layer, furniture on another, and the roof on a separate layer. This allows you to hide or show specific elements as needed. For example, you might hide the roof layer to work on the interior, or you might hide the furniture layer to see the room layout more clearly. Always assign groups and components to specific layers. Do not draw raw geometry, like lines and faces, directly on different layers other than layer 0. Keeping your model lightweight is also crucial for smooth performance. Very large and complex models can slow down SketchUp. Delete any unnecessary geometry. Use the Purge Unused command regularly. This command is found in the Window menu under Model Info, Statistics. It removes unused materials, components, and layers from your file. Be mindful of the polygon count of components you download from the 3D warehouse. Some models are extremely detailed and can bloat your file size. Choose models that are detailed enough for your needs but not overly complex. A well-organized, clean model is a professional model. Section 7. Solid foundations: basic physics to consider in your house design. While SketchUp helps you visualize your design, it is important to remember basic physics. These principles are crucial for ensuring your house is safe and stable. Civil engineering relies heavily on these physics concepts. For house design, we need to think about loads. Loads are forces acting on the structure. There are dead loads, like the weight of the building materials themselves, walls, roof, floors. There are also live loads, which are temporary. These include furniture, people, and even snow on the roof. Your house structure must be strong enough to support all these loads safely. Gravity is the most fundamental force to consider. Everything has weight and is pulled downwards by gravity. Your walls hold up the roof and the upper floors. The floors must support the furniture and people on them. These loads are transferred down through the structure to the foundations. The foundations then spread these loads to the ground. The design of your foundations is critical. It depends on the type of soil and the total weight of your house. A strong foundation ensures your house will not sink or become unstable over time. This is where soil testing becomes important for real construction projects. Another important concept is structural integrity. This means all parts of the building work together to resist forces. Think about how beams and columns work. Beams are horizontal members that support floors or roofs over an opening. Columns are vertical supports that carry loads from beams down to the foundation. The size and material of beams and columns depend on the loads they need to carry and the distance they span. Longer spans or heavier loads require stronger, larger beams. SketchUp can help you model these elements, but a structural engineer is needed to calculate the exact sizes and specifications for safety. Finally, consider forces like wind and, in some areas, earthquakes. These are lateral forces, meaning they push on the sides of the building. Your house needs to be designed to resist these forces too. This might involve using specific construction techniques like bracing in walls or using strong connections between different structural elements. While SketchUp is primarily a design tool, being aware of these basic physics principles helps you create more realistic and buildable designs. It encourages you to think about how your beautiful design will actually stand up in the real world. Always consult with qualified engineers for the structural design. Section 8. From concept to construction, residential design, and SketchUp drawings. SketchUp is not just for creating pretty 3D pictures. It can also be used to produce construction drawings. These drawings are essential for builders to construct your house accurately. After you have finalized your 3D model, you can use SketchUp Pro's companion program, Layout. Layout allows you to take scenes from your SketchUp model and arrange them on drawing sheets. You can add dimensions, annotations, titles, and other information needed for construction documents. This bridges the gap between your 3D design and the 2D plans required on a construction site. In Layout, you can create standard architectural drawings. These include floor plans, elevations, sections, and details. You set up different views of your 3D model in SketchUp. For example, a top-down view for a floor plan, or a side view for an elevation. These views, called scenes in SketchUp, are then imported into Layout. One powerful feature is that if you update your SketchUp model, the drawings in Layout can be updated automatically. This ensures your construction documents always reflect the latest design changes. This dynamic link saves a lot of time and reduces errors. When designing a residential building, whether it is a single-family home or a duplex, SketchUp helps throughout the process. It starts from the initial concept sketches. You can quickly explore different forms and layouts in 3D. As the design develops, you add more detail. You can model the structure, exterior finishes, and interior spaces. SketchUp allows you to present your ideas clearly to clients at each stage. This collaborative process ensures everyone is happy with the design before construction begins. For duplex houses, you can easily model both units, ensuring privacy and efficient use of space. The final output from SketchUp and Layout can be a comprehensive set of drawings. These drawings communicate all the necessary information to the construction team. They show dimensions, materials, and how different parts of the building fit together. While SketchUp makes the design process more accessible, complex projects still require professional expertise. Architects and engineers use tools like SketchUp to refine their designs and produce accurate documentation. SketchUp empowers designers to create detailed and buildable residential projects from the first idea to the final construction plans. It streamlines the workflow considerably. Section 9. Conclusion. SketchUp, your partner in simple and stunning home design. In summary, SketchUp is a remarkably effective tool for house design. Its user-friendly interface makes 3D modeling accessible to everyone. You do not need years of training to start bringing your ideas to life. The journey from a 2D AutoCAD plan to a fully detailed 3D model is straightforward. SketchUp provides intuitive tools like push, pull that simplify the creation of walls, floors, and roofs. This simplicity does not mean it lacks power. It is capable of handling complex residential designs, including intricate interior details and varied architectural styles. It's a versatile software for many users. The ability to visualize your design in 3D is a game changer. It helps you understand space, proportion, and aesthetics in a way that 2D drawings cannot. You can experiment with materials, colors, and furniture. This helps you make informed decisions early in the design process. This early visualization prevents costly mistakes during construction. For clients, seeing a realistic 3D model of their future home is invaluable. It builds excitement and confidence in the project. SketchUp facilitates clear communication, ensuring that the final built reality matches the design vision. This clear understanding is key to project success. SketchUp also supports practical aspects of architectural work. Its integration with layout allows for the creation of professional construction drawings. This is vital for turning your design into a real building. Best practices like using groups, components, and layers keep your models organized and efficient. Understanding basic physics principles, while not directly calculated by SketchUp, guides you to create more sensible and buildable structures. For both single-family homes and more complex duplex designs, SketchUp offers a complete workflow from initial concept to detailed construction documents. It supports creativity and precision. Therefore, SketchUp stands out as an excellent choice for anyone involved in residential design. Whether you are an architect, an interior designer, a builder, or a homeowner planning your dream house, SketchUp provides the tools you need. It simplifies the complexities of 3D modeling. It empowers you to create stunning and practical designs. The software's vast online resources, including the 3D warehouse, further enhance its capabilities. Embrace SketchUp, and you will find it an indispensable partner in your creative journey of designing beautiful and functional homes. It truly makes the design process enjoyable.